Thank you very much for watching the Uganda Catholic Television this Thursday, the 13th day of March 2025. Thank you very much, and we do appreciate your company. I am Sunday Gloria Abwatch with Uctv News. As today, the people of Kawempe took to the polls in a highly anticipated parliamentary by-elections to elect their legislator to represent them in parliament after the fallen Muhammad Sajirinya dying in early January. The election, which drew 10 candidates, comes as an intense campaign period marred by violence aimed at journalists and intimidation, reportedly involving state security operatives. Now, security has been significantly tightened at all polling stations as the two main rival parties that include the NRM and NUP expressing concerns over ballot staffing and electoral malpractice. Our reporter Joseph Kabale was on ground and brings up what happened.
The
long-awaited day has finally arrived for the Kawempe North electorate to cast their votes and elect a replacement for the late legislator Muhammad Sajirinya. Approximately 10 candidates were in the race, following an intense campaign that began after the nomination process held on February 26th and 27th, 2024. As per the Electoral Commission's guidelines, voting equipment was delivered to the respective polling stations by 7 a.m.
with the aid of police and military officers.
At Kawempe 1, Church of Uganda Primary School Playground, which hosts 7 polling stations, the exercise faced a slight delay as the required 10 voters had not yet arrived for the unsealing of the materials. By 9 a.m., a steady stream of voters had formed, patiently lining up to cast their ballots as polling officials verify their details before issuing them voting materials. All candidates, including Elias Luimba's Nalkola and his counterparts, some of whom voted at Imbogo Muslim polling station, expressed confidence in winning the election.
Advising our political adversaries that we should let the will of the people reign. It is God who determines who to lead. And once God has made a decision, such a decision is implemented by the people themselves.
But what we can assure our people is that we want to thank our people who have come out so far and call upon those who are still there to come and vote. We want to beat these people by a very, very big margin.
Many people still even now trying to mobilize people. Right today we are doing last-minute mobilization to just make sure that our members are turning up to vote, but then also we are doing voter protection.
Abantu bonna bali baloti pepa abantu babamanyi kyovola lero nabajoze netekako na gali kubanga kati abantu tebatya bile ebyokulagira haja alagidde gundi alagidde eno tekikyakola kale no kyengamye tukabazine esawa 10 ameka 2 akalulu ka sweet cake.
Nonetheless, the two dominant rival parties, the National Resistance Movement NRM and the National Unity Platform NUP, expressed suspicions, each accusing the other of election malpractice.
We have received the calls that are at the home of Honorable Nsereko Madina Yapchebando. They are pre-ticking votes. They are distributing money. But we are taking it as an allegation that the same is also taking place in Nakamiro under the leadership of Pastor Ruwaga. We are investigating the same. And if it is true that you are doing such, be prepared, we are coming.
We have seen some costers ferrying people from different places and being brought into this constituency. So we have already noticed many things. We've been making complaints at every turn to the Electoral Commission and all that, and that is what we are trying to do.
They were predicted in NUP favor. What were they predicted in NUP favor? They were NUP. So I don't want to give you details. Let security come out with the details. But what we understand, they were over 50,000, but we intercepted 30,000. And we know top leaders in the party who are on the run.
Notwithstanding, NRM party candidate's supporters expressed profound confidence in the election exercise and concurred that they will accept the election results contentedly without bothering the courts of law.
These are by-elections where whatever comes out, you're going to accept. As believers, first of all, I'm a believer and I believe in what God decides. Second, as NRM, I think we have to believe in what has taken place. Others are not going to fight, we're not going to do what, we're not going to go to court. Whatever comes out shall accept.
We are one people. One country, one president, one sabasaja, one tebalwana.
On the other hand, some of the voters vowed to protect their respective candidates' victories and affirmed that they will not give a chance to an attempt against their victory.
Nga bwe nkyogedde nti ffe bannakawempe tuli bantu ba mirembe era twagala nnyo emirembe era tetuli bakozi ba ffujjo. So nzize okusuula akalulu kange nga Magala Umaru.
Ours is to make sure that whatever they did doesn't mature, doesn't materialize, so that once they fail to insert those votes in the ballot boxes, it means we have failed their tricks.
According to the Electoral Commission, Kawempe North is comprised of 197 designated polling stations with approximately 19,964 registered voters, who will elect a representative from 10 candidates, including Mrerwani Fakarad, who is on an independent ticket, Luwemba Luswa Muhammad, also on an independent ticket, Luyimba Zerias Nalkola of the National Unity Platform, Muchibi Sadat from Forum for Democratic Change, Nsereko Moses, an independent, Musitwa Ismail of the People's Progressive Party, Mutazindwa Muhammad, who is on an independent ticket, Kasacha Henry Mubiru of the Democratic Party, and Farida Nambi Chigongo from the National Resistance Movement. As events unfold, our report on the Electoral Commission's Tally Center at Makerere University is following up the tallying exercise, and we shall subsequently provide authentic and accurate updates on who won the heated race in our subsequent bulletins. Joseph Kabale, Uctv News.
And indeed, we will keep you posted on what is unfounding, and we'll keep you posted on who will have won the race from the Kawempe North by-elections there. Thank you very much for keeping it here on UCTV. Now, on to other stories. Women leaders and human rights activists in West Nile have raised concerns over the lack of transparency in family wealth management, linking it to rising cases of gender-based violence in the region. The concerns were voiced during a women's engagement session with MEMPRO at Mbaro Oriang Primary School in Nebi District, where women from across the district and broader West Nile region gathered to advocate for their rights and empowerment.
Women leaders and women activists in the West Nile region highlighted the challenges they face, including gender-based violence linked to lack of transparency in family wealth management. The event, held at Mbaroriang Primary School, brought together women from various parts of the district and West Nile region to advocate for their rights and empowerment. Nebi District Woman Member of Parliament Agnes Ashibu has shown commitment to promoting gender equality and women's empowerment.
When we are talking about gender-based violence, people think that this violence is only against women. But I want to say that today as we talk, gender-based violence has really risen very high on our men. Except that the men cannot come up to report cases of gender-based violence against them. This is the challenge we have.
Machulate Mukasa, head of mentoring and empowerment young women, MEMPRO, an organization working for the rights of women in West Nile region, equally highlighted their commitment to fight gender-based violence in the region.
And our call to action, as part of accelerated action to end gender-based violence, is to call upon everybody, men, boys, women, girls, leaders, wherever you are, you can contribute to safe environment. Girls and women can only thrive in peaceful environment that support them to achieve their aspirations.
Fiona Nyamutoro, Minister for Energy, who was the chief guest, pledged government's support to women to access good service delivery. She noted high cases of teenage pregnancy and early child marriages affecting the education of young girls in West Nile. The district's continued efforts to support women's rights and address the unique challenges they face.
That takes us off for today in history. And that's it for the Thursday edition of Uctv News. I am Sante Gloria Aboch, the very best of the evening.